The Titans have finally fallen. Phil Murphy here with you in the ESPN Esports studios. And Emily Rand's prediction came true. The San Francisco Shock reigned superior, and to gloat about her prediction and bask in the glory of her prophecy, Miss Emily Rand joins us now to talk about the Shock's big victory.
I'm surprised that I was right. I'm very surprised.
Well, Emily, go ahead and explain it to us. San Francisco, in the end, wins 4-2. What does this mean for Overwatch League?
I mean, I think that the Titans were, towards the end, you saw them getting punished a little bit more this stage in a few games. And I always thought the Shock were a little bit better in this stage specifically because they were the team to adapt to the Baptiste the best. And they showed a little bit more flexibility than the Titans did, even though I think the Titans are the better straight-up 3-3 team. I think that the Shock have a comparable 3-3, and they have a bit more flexibility in terms of how they approach this meta. Now, don't take that as me saying that the Titans can't play DPS compositions, because they certainly have the talent, and they have people on their bench that are just raring to go when DPS comes back to the forefront for all teams. So these are two incredibly strong teams, and the only reason I thought the Shock were going to take it was because I thought they were slightly more flexible in how they rotated with the triple-triple composition and then also with Baptiste.
Emily, in a league that started and continued in expansion, utilizing all South Korean rosters, the Shock went another way. They made a mixed language roster work. In this final specifically, they had 3 Americans, 3 South Koreans. What does that say to you?
I think it says that if you have a really strong staff in place and you have a really good coach, you can have a very strong hybrid roster. These players are all incredibly gifted. They're incredibly talented. They get along incredibly well. And I actually want to give props to their coach Crusty as well, who is fluent in both Korean and English. He came over from the Boston Uprising after seeing a lot of success there. And I think he is owed a lot, because I feel like if there's any sort of miscommunication, he can solve it fairly easily. The players seem to respect him an incredible amount, and he just seems to get along really well with all of his players, and they all seem to be on the same page. So it is a great and very remarkable case of how good a hybrid roster can be when everything does click, right? When you can solve that communication barrier, you have a strong coaching staff, you have strong communication not only between the players themselves, but the players and their coaches, and you have strong support staff. And I think the San Francisco Shock have all of that.
And Emily, they do have a lot of talent. I want to ask about who is most valuable. Is it Mr. 15K Sinatra, who averages more 15K damage per 10 minutes than any other player in the league? Is it Choi Hoibin? Who is your pick for Shock MVP?
So I love Choi Hoibin, actually, but I'm going to go with someone who wasn't on here, and I'm going to go with Super. I think that main tank is the most important position in a triple-triple comp still, and I think that previously, where we had the super bad, super good meme going around at the beginning of stage 1, when he sometimes seemed to be a little bit further ahead from his team than necessary with some of those earth shatters, I think his communication with the team has only improved exponentially, and we really saw him come into his own this stage, with the rest of the team. I think he's been performing phenomenally well, and to go up against an incredible main tank like Bumper and come out ahead with his team is just such an accomplishment. So I want to give this shout out to Super for his performance this stage.
The 19-year-old American gets the nod over everyone else. Emily Rand gets the nod from us. Emily, thank you so much. Appreciate the time and insight. For more Overwatch League coverage and all things from the world of esports, head on over to espn.com/esports.